I have started the second recording, so now, good evening. Anyone new, or was it just the same group? You guys that come and just grind out the hour and a half, you're amazing. I commend you. Welcome to the Market Watch Group working sessions. Those of you listening from home, make it live next time. It's better. We want you here. This is the intermediate advanced session, although if you missed the beginning session, go back and watch. That was we talked about hedging, and we talked about a debit spread and a calendar spread as a potential hedge tool. That was a little more than beginner, but okay, we can handle it. We're all game for it here, right? Okay. Here are the disclaimers. Not advisors, not brokers, no advice, no recommendations, yada, 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 to the platform. All right, let's talk about it. Let us wax philosophically, if you will. Yes. Okay. I don't know why I can't get this. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it was distracting me for a minute there. Let's go through the watch list. If I get to something and you are in it or trading it, if you have a specific question about it, let me know. Sorry, I'm trying to get my layout here. Bob says he's trying to stay awake. Let's get to it then. Let's talk trading. That'll help. That will help. Let me minimize. Okay. Hey, Apple. I don't know, guys. I feel like that gap shook it and it's now in a consolidation. Meaning it's got to break up and make a higher low from here. That's kind of how I'm feeling about this one. Aflac. So Aflac signaled on Friday, continuation here, pausing here. If you're in the Heiken Ashi, you're still just fine. Still just fine, right? Still able to enter this trade, theoretically, if someone wanted to, but Amazon. If you happen to stay in, boy, it got real close to that upper level today, but it's really starting to grind around that 187 level. It's crossed on the stochastics, so if you're still there, just, be careful what you're looking for. You should be on a pretty solid gain on that thing, so make sure you account for that. AXP. I didn't like the entry, but it sure did get a decent follow through. The entry was just too wide. Bank of America. Where's Steven? Is he here tonight? This is his dog right here. It looks like he's ready to run again, doesn't it? We just hit this support level after this high coming out of this trend. Higher low, turning. I definitely think that has prospects. Right? Anybody in this one or thinking about this one? Make sure you tell me when we get there. Closed your BAC today. Oh, okay. Oh, you were starting to run out of time. 9:20 expiration. BK, Bank New York Mellon. It's gotten 4 days. It's made moves. You got in Bank of America? Miguel, BAC, love it. BLDR just keeps on going. Starting to slow down here by the stochastics, but if you're in any industrials, you should have some pretty good profits. Don't give them back, right? Or at least not much. Obviously, you have to be willing to give some back if you stay in the trade. But don't be willing to give too much back. So there's profits here in BLDR or in Carrier or in Caterpillar. And we love industrials being strong to do as well. Fastenal. Still trying. I mean, you can see it's starting to hit this resistance level here. Stochastics is rolling over. Yeah, they've done their job. What more are you asking from them? If they've already done their job, what else are you going to ask from them? That's a question. Did we miss anything in there? CL. Ooh, what happened to our defensives? Still above the 50 and still above the old high, which is in this area here. So anywhere between 103 and 104 and change, which is right where we are. I'm definitely still looking at this one, especially if the market hiccups around the report. CMG, Sandy got her move. This was one she was in. I was in. Anyone else in this one? It's the day before the Fed. You've got some profits. You got to think about what you're going to do for taking them at this point, right? Yes, love it. Clint said yes. Costco. Okay. Costco's got a 2 days of pullback. Put it on the list. It just made a higher high. If it doesn't break below the 50 or this low and it stabilizes, I'd do it again. The Dow overextended. Yeah, we're starting to see some similarities in our patterns overall. Gold pulling back a little from its new high. I got to tell you guys, I didn't do this one, and I didn't like it because of how big this was. I don't love big entries. However, could I have, on the second day, taken this with a much tighter stop? I think I could have, right? Let's go back. If I'm in at, let's say, 46, today I'd be moving my stop to 46 and a quarter. I'd be up $1.50, and I'd have a stop loss at a profitable level. Yeah, I think we could have. Google, I'm still not sure it's done enough for me. I want a little more, a little closer to the 50. This thing just popped all the way back down almost to 6-month lows. Almost. 6-month lows is 146.08. We got down to 147.22. Goldman? No. If you're in it, you should be thinking about starting to peel some gains off and tighten stops. There's no reason for us to take undue levels of risk here. ICE. ICE looks fine. If you waited for this one, it actually looks a little better than NDAQ. NDAQ had a couple of good days, but then just sort of paused a little bit. Did anybody trade the ICE, or did you trade NDAQ, or neither? Do you have an exchange? Do you have an exchange stock on your portfolio right now? Yes. NDAQ. Bob said neither, but he's trading the Qs. Qs and the SPY. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. IWM. IWM. Who looks better this week? The Dow or the small caps? 405 to 414. So we got about 15 points on a 40, or we got about 14 points on 200. Yeah, the IWM looks a little better, I think, actually. Oh, maybe we're seeing something coming. JP Morgan. I don't love that it's below the 50. Other than that, I'd think about it. KKR. It's too late. Coca-Cola. A pause, if you will. A pause. The CL pulled back more than this. This one was just a pause. I'm fine with this, actually. Anybody in Coke? Let me know if you're in Coke. I'm actually fine with this and would take CL if it came. MasterCard overextended. Mickey Donald's is pulling back. Meta. If you traded on the hammer, well done. It's starting to hit some resistance up here. MMM. 3 M's. Looks good. Overall, but maybe starting to show some signs of weakness, of buyer fatigue. Morgan Stanley. I think Bank of America, if anything. Microsoft looks fantastic. Did anybody ride this one? I know Miguel was in it. Are you still? Did you get out? Are you still riding this one? It's been great. Yeah. Still in. Be thinking about when you're taking them profits. Stochastics has rolled over. Bit of again some buying fatigue there. Good trade though. Taking some good. NDAQ, it's well off the lows. I stuck with it. I'm gonna give it another day to see if we can regain. Still positive overall. Netflix looks good. Nvidia didn't do much. PGR didn't really give a signal, did it? Palantir hit its target. Did anybody take profit at 37? That was my end game. So I'm done. Right? I want that end game. Hard, concrete. I asked for it. When I asked for it, let's all be a little honest with ourselves. It seemed like a lot, right? Were you skeptical? Like, I don't know if it's going to get to 37. But then when it gets to 37, we're like, does it have more in it? I think to myself, if I ask my kids, like, hey, will you do these things for me? And they do it. I'm not thinking, maybe I should ask for a little more. I'm thinking, damn, am I grateful I got what I got. Still holding 1? I'm good with 1. Right? There's always that like, hey, that 1 is where you could do something like a trail stop. Right? Like a trail stop. Jan 2026, if it's a trend trade, I could see it. Mine was a pure swing trade. I set an initial target. It got there. I took some profit. I set a primary target. It got there. I took the rest. Bingo, bango, whammo, bammo. I don't know what that means. Bingo, bango. Love it. Good profit. QQQ, RKT, RTX, SPY, looking a little bit overbought. I don't know. I don't know about Teslas. TSM. I like this. I can't draw. But imagine if I drew a line starting here and I just went slowly down. Slowly down. There's my consolidation. Then it busts right here. Decent volume. How decent? 12 million, 15. Yeah, right? 125%. Got up, new high, pull back. If it can hold above the 50 or even a little below, yeah, that's great. I'm in. I like that. Okay. UNP. All right. It's made a recovery. It's gotten beyond where it was. At this point, it's now in Heiken-Ashi mode. That's how I'm going to manage it. See if we can't get up there. See if we can't move the stop. See if I can't recover. End up with a profit on this thing. That would be fantastic. It definitely tried to shake. And if my posture wasn't as strong, I probably would have been shook. But because the posture helped hold on to it, still there. I'm still going. What else? USB. I like Bank of America better. UUP. That's just for reference. Yeah, UNP looks all right. Who's in UNP? That's a question. Who has any position in UNP right now? I still think there's a few of you that do. Bob does. Scott does. That's it. All right. Fair enough. Walmart. Walmart looks great. It looks great. We've set it free. We want it to come on back and give us an opportunity to trade into it. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, what else? Yeah, I'm adding that to the list. Let's go through the sectors, and then let's go look at Bank of America for a few minutes. XLB materials are up, but they're, overextended. A lot of overextended. That's where it's tough. Because you're like, it's overextended. But if we get what we want from the Fed, we could bust out and go. So be careful, right? Because you don't want to take all your profits and then have it bust out and be like, oh, shit, I should have stayed with it. At the same time, we also don't want to give everything back if things don't go the way that the market is hoping. Okay. Energy. How about this? Let's have a quick chat about this. What is your plan tomorrow? Are you going to hold through the Fed? Are you going to close in front of the Fed? Are you going to do a little bit of both? Holding. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we can't just bail. We can't just be like, oh, the Fed's coming. What are we going to do? We're holding. Right? We're holding. Okay. What else? If after the Fed it drops a certain percentage, then you'll get out of some. Yeah, give it a little bit of time to work itself out because it can make you feel like it's done picking and then all of a sudden figures out another way to go. So I would say definitely be careful about that as well. All right, let's go play with Bank of America. Would we put something new on? I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I've got a nice Heikin-Ashi. I could go just a little below the prior day and then below this day for the next. So let's just go here. 38.79. We'll call it. We'll call it 38.65. So we've got 90 cents of risk. 38.65. Yeah, like 41.05 is about $1.50. That's not terrible for the first bit. And then, right, 1.5 to 1 for our take profit target. But from here, I think we could make a run, maybe not all the way to 44. 43.5. On 3 different days, it got there. Got the hiccup, sorry. 43.55. How's our vol look on this? Well, it's kind of high, actually. It's not the highest. It's kind of high. I might actually think about a spread trade on this instead. Let's go. Let's go vertical. We think it might get all the way to 43. No, I don't like that. I don't really like that either. Yeah, I want to be a little more aggressive, I think. 40 by 43. That wasn't my target, was it? 43.55, I thought. 43.55. Gosh, you know what? I don't love the way this spread looks. I'm actually going to look at buying an option. go back. Let's look at the $40 strike price. I think that might work out much better. Oh, it's definitely going to. Four contracts, about 250 of risk. Potential gain up near 4-1. Miguel, what did you do on this one? Out of curiosity. Yeah, I just don't like the way that spread looks. Maybe a bull put. 40 strike. Oh, look at that. Well done. Look at you. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think the spread's going to do as well. I don't like it. I'm going to go with the option. Okay. I don't know. I'm my only reluctance is putting a trade on the day of the Fed, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. This may come out. This may be a pre-Fed alert. I'm feeling bullish on the Fed. I mean, Miguel was only a day earlier than this anyways, right? So there you go. Give me your thoughts. Would you trade? Everyone's holding. Would you trade in front of the Fed? How about that question? The day of. Who would be willing to put a trade on in front of the Fed? Yeah, this will be an interesting one. Unlikely, Bob said. Fair enough. Clint's thinking about it. He's like, not necessarily opposed, but we'll see. Miguel's down. There's always something, right? There's always something that we're trading in front of. Has to make sense. Okay, so real quickly here. Oh man, I'm like losing my microphone block on my desk is coming off. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm about to lose it in my hand if I don't put this back up. Not going to the gym, got a date with Jer Bear. Jer Bear. Yes, I promise you, if you watch the announcement as it comes, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. So, okay, well, listen. The floor is open. We've gone through our watch list. We've gone through our hedging. We've looked at trades we're in, talked about that. We've looked at trade possibilities. Here's what I see. Either you're going to hold, if it's good news, there's not a lot of time to put anything on in between. You're either in it or you're watching it. So I like the answer of holds. I think we have a good position on that. Yeah. Anything we need to talk about that we didn't talk about, let me know. The floor is open. Hi, on Kelly. Yeah, Miguel, I love it. Kelly is the number, right? That is the number. Here's a question for you guys. Do you feel like you're making the most of the bull run we're in right now? Did you hit it a little harder? Because the last time there were several people, myself included, who said, I felt like I could have traded a little bit more aggressively. Like I held back a little bit. And, if you made that assessment, then the question is, did you get more chips on the table this time? Did you go more aggressive this time? I definitely did. I most definitely did. Let me know if you were the same. And if so, I would imagine it's probably paying off. So, good. Long term, Apple will trend up. AI will definitely help them. Dan, 100%. I agree with you. 100%. My thoughts, they will do a quarter. Some folks will be disappointed. Market will drop. Powell will speak, make everyone happy. Bam. That's a great prediction, Clint. I love that prediction. I second Clint's nomination. I second that. Anyone else? We'll have a quorum. All in favor? There it is. We have a quorum. And then some. PLTR, MSFT. Yeah, they've been fantastic. They've been fantastic. There's been some good ones. And that's exactly how it tends to behave around it. Like it's like, oh, it's not, we don't like it. Oh, I don't know about this. And then Powell's like, listen, dummies. I like it. Here's what I'm going to try to do. Day trading's a nightmare. Oh my God. That's why I'm telling you, go watch the 1 minute chart starting about 5 minutes before. And then you can literally feel it. You're like, oh my God, I feel that. I'm going to try my very hardest to pop on chat tomorrow, right at around noon. I don't think I'll be able to get on like live on camera, but I'll be chatting. So yeah, you won't be able to type fast enough. If you're around, pop on and let's just like talk about it as it comes. Yeah. Let's informally meet up. I'll tell Glenn too. Glenn will start at 1 or at 3 for the last hour anyway. So there you go. All right. Well, let's do that. Let's make that a plan. We'll call it for the night. Give you 5 minutes back. It's good to see everybody. SWAT training. Oh, I was going to say that sounds cool, but you're observing. Very nice. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. It's good to see you all. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. for our midweek check-in. Then we'll meet up at 2:00 Eastern to talk about the Fed, and then Glenn will be there to wrap the day up. So, thanks, guys. Great to see you. Have a great night. As always, happy trading.